Oh boy. I sometimes regret being a Bears fan. I'm not gonna front you guys. I said it time and time again. Time and time again. This is an absolute joke. An absolute joke. My uncle is on personal business right now, so he cannot join the video. And my God. Thursday night football, and the Bears find themselves a way to lose a game that they had every certain way of winning. It wasn't bad enough that the first half was absolutely dog crap with the fact that you get into the red zone two times and you think you're going to get touchdowns out of this. Moving the ball effectively on the Washington Commanders and you fail to get 0 points. Then second half comes, you know, bunch of you get a good offensive touchdown for once. Great throw by Fields. Finally, a great pass by Pettis. But regardless of the fact, still doesn't matter. Defense lets the freaking Commanders go down the field, kick a field goal. Offense gets the ball back, 3-and-out. Commanders 3-and-out. Time to punt. Your rookie punt returner / wide receiver. Yes, the guy Ryan Poles. Good old Ryan Poles drafted. Bayless Jones Jr., which I called it in my Chicago Bears draft recap video. I said this guy wasn't worth a damn. He was a waste of a draft pick. They should have actually used that draft pick on a legit wide receiver instead of a gadget guy. And this gadget special teams guy, guess what he does? That's one time he's done it. That's two times he's done it. And now it's 3 times. Now, officially in the season, regular season, he's only muffed 2 punts. But if you go back to the preseason game against the Seattle Seahawks, I believe he muffed a kickoff return or a punt in that game. So that effectively makes it 3 times he's muffed some sort of special teams, return. Again, thusly, you can say Bayless Jones Jr. is the main reason as to why the Bears lost this fucking game. Because guess what? At the time it was 7-6, Bears are up. Who knows? You get the ball back, and maybe the offense goes down the field and scores a touchdown or potentially kicks a field goal. I don't know. But guess what? He ruined it, which let the freaking Commanders walk into the damn end zone pretty much easily. At the same time, I'm looking at my so-called wanting to get paid $20 million linebacker getting blown up by Carson fucking Wentz. Yeah, I think you definitely deserve 20 million if you want to call yourself the best linebacker in the league, and you're getting blown up by a freaking weak ass quarterback in Carson Wentz. That pretty much everybody says he's absolute garbage. Even his own damn head coach, Ron Rivera, said he was fucking garbage, even though he took it back. But I know deep down he knows Carson Wentz ain't worth a damn penny himself either. Mind you, so I'm thinking at that point, game's fucking over. After the stupid what I thought was the last drive by the Chicago Bears, when my God, they get all the way down there, at least past some part past the 50, and then they have a brain fart. I don't know what the play calling was. Yada yada yada. Emar Smith Marset, he can't freaking not trip over his own freaking offensive lineman. Plus, he can't catch a damn ball to save his fucking life. So last week against the Minnesota Vikings, he failed to step out of bounds, which thus caught him getting stripped. Then he trips over his offensive line on a reverse play. And then on a critical 4th and 16, which I don't know how they got themselves in that situation to begin with. That's just bad management. Emar Smith Marset gets pretty much a ball on the money thrown to him. And even though it was tight coverage, he could have probably broken out of the tackle and picked up the first down. It goes right through his freaking hands. Cut his ass first thing in the morning, if not tonight. Regardless, because of that, they turn it over. The Bears turn it over on downs. Now, at that point, I thought the game was damn near over. So I go to Denny's to go pick me up something to eat. Because hey, I'm hungry. Next thing you know, I find out that the Bears are later. I go on Twitter and I guess the Bears had another chance to get it and they missed a golden opportunity. So go back on Amazon Prime, rewatch that section. Justin Fields has a crazy ass run that gets the Bears on the 5-yard line, and they still can't get a touchdown. Dante Pettis drops a touchdown at his hands. Yes, should that have been called PI? It probably should have been. But at the end of the day, Dante Pettis had the ball in his hands and he did not come down with it. That's 4 drops. And also, too, he had another important drop. So he's had 5 drops within the last 3-4 weeks. Cut his ass as well as Emar Smith-Marset. So he drops a touchdown that will pretty much clinch the game. And then on the last play the Bears have, Darnell Mooney can't freaking hold on to the damn football. He's bobbling it as he's going down. And if he had kept it clean and he holds onto the ball, he would have scored a damn touchdown. And the Bears lose the game. Ha 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 ha. You know, this is the bullshit that we Bear fans have to fucking deal with for fucking years. And we continue to deal with it. Justin Fields report. I didn't think Justin Fields particularly played well. If I'm being honest, though he played slightly worse than he did the Vikings game. Yes, where there's some moments where he's like, okay, the flashes are there, but it's not consistent enough. He still holds onto the ball a little bit too damn long. Like one of the first drives, he had Mooney wide open and he's holding on to it and he takes a fucking sack. And Kurt Herbstreit on the replay is pretty much showing that's a wide open throw in the NFL. You got to freaking rip it. So like I said, the concept of Getsy's offense is fairly getting guys open. Fields is just not ripping it and letting it go. I have no idea why he takes a fucking sack. Stupid. There's times he was overthrowing guys. He missed receivers, like, for example, the Darnell Mooney deep throw that he didn't need to take. Again, Herbstreit shows on the broadcast is like he had a shallow cross going right across the middle of the field. He doesn't have to take the deep shot. Just take the thing right then and there. Take what the defense is giving you. And that would have been an easy first down pickup right then and there. And then then the second time they get to the goal line, or first time they get to the goal line, he can't lift the ball over the freaking commander's helmet. He throws a low freaking ball that hits the commander's helmet, pops up higher than I could never believe that I would see in my life, and it ends up getting picked. The hell, man. And then he overthrows Ryan Griffin on that trick play, reverse play, whatever. That it was a good play design, and he overthrew him. You know, yes, I can say a little bit. It looked like Ryan Griffin didn't get out of his freaking break and he was slow as hell. But regardless, you got to hit him. Play catch with your receivers. That's an easy throw that 90% of the freaking quarterbacks in this league make. Simple enough. Simple enough. You can't overshoot those. Then those 2 times, and pretty much that's what happened. He had a pretty poor first half, but regardless, even though he stepped up his play in the second half, he was all right. Or I wouldn't say all right. He was okay. He didn't have a knockout game like I thought he would. Same thing. But then again, you look at the deficiencies the Bears have on freaking offense. One, you have a first-time play caller who in some cases knows what the hell he's play calling, and in other cases, he doesn't know what the fuck he's fucking doing. You have fucking offensive linemen that absolutely are getting blown up from the point of the snap. And I'm on here freaking screaming, put Lucas Patrick back at the freaking center position to take Sam Mustipher out. Lucas Patrick is still getting freaking blown up himself and getting beat easily. For the first time, I thought Braxton Jones has had some mistakes and everything, but my God, did Braxton Jones absolutely get effing abused this week. Montez Sweat or whatever was absolutely kicking his ass every single play. Like, if you're getting pushed back just with straight force into your quarterback, then that's a freaking problem. At some point, I was like, man, put Riley Reef in there. Holy shit. Your freaking rookie left tackle is getting absolutely blown up. And speaking of the offensive line, you know, By the time the second half was coming, that's when the freaking Commanders just started teeing off on Justin Fields. That's what I keep saying. These offensive line is a bunch of sus. Well, I wouldn't say sus. They're a bunch of freaking sissies. They're letting Justin Fields get in, and now guess what? The more I'm seeing him get hit now, the more it looks like it takes him damn near a freaking minute to get off the damn turf because he's taking these shots. It doesn't help the fact that he's running, but it's like, I don't know if he's just taking it for show, but some of these shots look absolutely painful. The offensive line is not worth a damn penny. The receivers are not worth a damn penny either. Not at all. Not at all. And it just goes back to the fact that Justin Fields needs fucking pieces surrounded by him. And it's a fucking travesty at the standpoint that Ryan Poles didn't do a damn thing this fucking offseason to fucking help him. And that's why you have people throwing out the conversation. Does Ryan Poles actually have trust in Fields? Do the Bears organization, does this regime actually have trust in Justin Fields? Because clearly it looks like they don't, because they're not giving him the weapons he needed. Yes, he didn't overpay for receivers, but my God, you're looking at the receiver room. These guys are dropping passes. Sometimes they can't get open. And just guess what? They're just not extra freaking cuting. And at some point, you can't really blame that on Fields. All these drop passes, that's not on Fields. The overthrows are definitely on Fields. Him holding to the ball is definitely on him. But the fact that, guess what? You got receivers who are open, drop passes from him, and that's not helping him. Like, help out your quarterback, man. So, guess what? It's an indictment on Ryan Poles. He could have just freaking got whatever was out there on the market and actually gave a damn and actually freaking, catered to his quarterback. He could have not went an Eberflus. He could have went an offensive-minded guy somewhere, somehow. He could have went an offensive-minded dude, brought him in, and said, hey, grow this young quarterback that I have a lot of promise in. At the same time, you get him the necessary help. And that's why I hope next offseason he actually does that and he doesn't cater to the damn defense. Now, I think some people can make the argument, and I honestly starting to agree, that these mother effers on defense, they need a fucking defensive tackle that can actually help them stop the damn run, because my God, they can't save their damn lives. And like I said, Ryan Poles, it's becoming clearly fucking obvious that his bust of a pick, which I'm now calling, which I now predicted, Velus Jones Jr., he ain't worth a damn either. And let's get to, and I want to speak before I go over the defense, two more things, running back wise, and then, the Velus Jones and then Luke Getsy play calling. I don't know what's going on with Velus Jones Jr. I don't know. But, he's starting to look like a bust of a pick. And like I said, at the time he was drafted, there was better receivers there. George Pickens and Alec Pierce was still there for the taking at the wide receiver position. But guess what? Ryan Poles wanted to take Velus Jones Jr., which, like I said in my draft recap, he's a glorified gadget guy. That's what he was in college. That's what he is now. And guess what? He's not doing anything. All Ryan Poles tried to make this guy is trying to make this guy potentially be like Tyreek Hill. Yeah, that pick's working out, Ryan Poles, a lot. You can look at the Braxton Jones pick. Why are you taking a left tackle and you're starting him at right tackle and he's only a fifth round, or left tackle and he's only a fifth round pick? Go to Riley Reed. Maybe he's better. Because guess what? Like I said, freaking crap, I forgot his damn name. Oh my, how did I forget his name? Braxton Jones. He was absolutely getting blown up by Sweat this game. Absolutely embarrassing shit right there. And then you just look at it, it's just whack. Just whack. The running backs. Listen. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's like the Bears are very politicking of the running back and how they handle it. It's like, first things first, I understand. Khalil Herbert, in some cases, is he a better running back than David Montgomery? Yes, I can believe that. But at the same time, David Montgomery has his best assets as well. And it's just like, I'm watching the game, I'm like, they're losing a lot of Khalil Herbert, like a lot of Khalil Herbert. which maybe goes to show me how Luke Getsy feels about David Montgomery. He may not like David Montgomery as much as he does Khalil Herbert. That's what it looks like to me, to be honest. It looks like they're kind of trying to not do much, shelve David Montgomery out of the freaking offense because they probably don't want to pay him. Now, I've said, hey, if he wants to come back on a team-friendly deal, hey, you should bring David Montgomery back. He's pretty much the offense. He's pretty much the identity. He's the hard, gritty guy. And I'll say this, even Justin Fields is he's kind of got that toughness in here because he keeps taking that shots. He just needs to play better. But regardless, I'm looking at my game. I'm like, we use a Khalil Herbert a lot. I barely see freaking Monty on the freaking game on the freaking field. I'm like, what the hell is the vendetta against David Montgomery? What the hell is he doing? And it's like making me go back to freaking Matt Nagy coaching, where it's just like, why do you refuse to use David Montgomery? Is it the fact that he's not that fast? Is that you don't like him that way? Or something? But like a majority of this game, Khalil Herbert got a lot of snaps. And I'm like, why not just split it? If not, David Montgomery's a starter. Is he still recovering from his injury he suffered? Is that the reason why? But I just personally think the coaching staff just likes Khalil Herbert more than David Montgomery. And I think they're just going to, after the offseason's over, they're going to let Montgomery walk away. But the only knock on freaking Herbert is he can't pass block for shit. David Montgomery can. And I'm just like, why not use David Montgomery in certain situations? Which, like I said, Luke gets his play calling. He's not a very situational awareness type of play caller. He's not. And that's the issue with being a first-time play caller. He's not situationally aware of the situation. So after the big Khalil Herbert run, I'm like, okay, just run the ball in the I formation 3, maybe 4 times till you punch it in. Just go I formation. Doesn't fucking do that at all. Doesn't do that. 2, I was also calling for David Montgomery to be in the game. And no, he sticks with Khalil Herbert in the game. Isn't freaking David Montgomery the power back while Khalil Herbert is the speed back of the team? You know, you get where I'm putting things together. And then another thing. Statistically, you can watch the games. The Bears' run game actually does a lot better when Kari Blasingame is actually in the game. When they line up in an I formation set, they actually get a bunch of yards because they have a lead fullback leading the charge. And in some of these situations, like at the goal line, they're not freaking running the ball with a freaking fullback. And I'm like, run the freaking I formation. Run it with David Montgomery. Another thing, they were always running to the middle when a majority of this game, they run to the outside and they're getting a lot of damn yards. And I'm like, why not run to the sidelines? Run tosses. The Commanders can't do anything. And it's just the situational awareness. Again, the freaking trick play thing was a great play call. Justin Fields has to make that pass. But I would have just ran the ball in the I formation, probably did a toss, and see what's going on there. Hell, make anything simpler. Just run a freaking slant play in the red zone. No slants were thrown this game. Again, where is the freaking quick shit, the quick passes to get Justin Fields in a rhythm that I continue to ask for? Again, I feel like Luke Getsy mismanages the play calls. And then on the 4th down, in that sense, guess what he does? He freaking runs a single back set with Khalil Herbert leading the charge. And of course, they get stopped. You don't have a fullback in. Makes no sense. Even if you want to go to the last drive, the Bears had it in and a chance to win. You think, hey, maybe let's run the ball a few times. I know there's only seconds on the damn clock, but maybe who knows? We can punch it in. Or 2, I don't know, do play action and use Justin Fields' legs. So this offense is it's just massively bad. And then the defense. Let's get to the defense. The defense, I probably thought this was their best game by far. And honestly, right now, where it's looking at, the secondary looks like the best part of the damn defense. The linebackers are freaking getting blown up. And then the freaking D line is absolutely getting blown up. They're getting gashed. They were stopping the run early in the game and then late game. And then by the time near the end of the second half, when the Commanders started actually driving the ball, they couldn't stop the run. And they were getting gashed. Yeah, this front seven, man, absolutely sucks. It's just absolutely, it's just bad, man. It's just bad all around. As I end this video off, this team is bad, and you know, the analysts and the pundits of the NFL were saying the Bears legitimately could be one of the worst teams in football. And when I look at this freaking game, this is a game that the Bears easily should have won. The problem is the Bears shot themselves in the foot 2 times in the first half when they were actually moving the ball. And in reality, going into halftime, the score should have been 14-3. And the final score should have been 21-12. That's what the final score should have been. The Bears at least cruising on a fairly easy victory. That's how bad the Commanders are. But the Bears somehow topped themselves and showed themselves how really bad they truly are. And now it's making me look at myself as a dumbass, saying that, guess what? I honestly think this team could be better than I thought it was. In my prediction, you go back to my prediction videos. I said, I think the team can actually be better than what the national analysts are saying. Boy, was I wrong. Because, my God, these guys are a lot worse than I thought they were. Or these guys are worse than I originally thought they were going to be. This is a bad football team. A bad football team. Defense is typically solid, but the reason is, guess what? It's the fucking offense that's the problem. They can't freaking block for any more than 2 seconds, really a second. Receivers can't catch the damn fucking football, and then you got a quarterback who, in some cases, since he's young in the league, he's no older than I am right now. I'm 23 years of age. He's no older than damn me. He's getting pummeled, which makes him indecisive. He's still holding on to the ball too long, and he's still having tendencies of, okay, he has the freaking flashes, but at the same time, he doesn't look like he's that dude. And that, again, it's a whole culmination of a bunch of, I would say, an avalanche. You have a bad offensive line, very bad offensive receivers who are not playmakers. You got a first-time play caller who, in some cases, he knows lead play calls like he knows what he's doing. In other cases, he's like, doesn't know what he's doing, and he's not situationally aware of certain situations where he doesn't put the right personnel in the fucking game to actually, I don't know, score touchdowns. Again, and then, like I said, it leads to the quarterback. Indecisive sometimes, not letting it go, overthrowing receivers, yada, yada, yada. The Bears are just bad, man. The Bears are just bad. And honestly, it's not going to get any fucking better. The Bears legitimately, let me pull up the damn schedule. Let me pull up the damn Chicago Bears schedule. Legitimately, let's go on. So the Bears next, they're on prime time again. Hey, at least they'll have 10 days to think about this freaking pathetic loss. But the problem is they're going to New England. The New England Patriots. Mind you, they freaking blew out the Detroit Lions and held them to 0 points. And that's an offense that was scoring 40 points a game. The Bears, who struggled to score points, I won't be shocked if they don't score any damn touchdowns. So I'm chalking that game up to be a loss. So at that point, right now, we're 2-4. So Bears could be 2. So Bears will lose against the Patriots, 2-5. Then they have to go to Dallas to play the Cowboys. The way the Cowboys defense plays, I don't think the offense is going to move a damn thing of the ball. So that's 2-6. Then they play Miami at Soldier Field. Well, if Tua's back by then, well, guess what? The Dolphins should beat the freaking Bears, which would make them 2-7. Then that's when they play the Detroit Lions, and that's even debatable. If the Lions could probably beat the Bears. Which, guess what? If they lose to the Lions, that could make them 2-8 by the time they play the Atlanta Falcons. And even then, I could say, hey, the Falcons are a team that actually plays fairly hard. The Bears probably would lose that game too, which would make you then 2-9. You see where I'm getting at? right now, the schedule's not favoring the Bears right now. We might potentially, the Bears could potentially finish the season out with 2 wins. I look at the rest of the schedule, and the rest of the schedule is against very solid opponents, if not opponents that are pretty much really damn good football teams. The Bears could probably finish with 2 wins. Now, personally, that's actually great because then it means you get a high draft pick. But this is a game that the Bears should have won, man. Game the Bears should have won, and guess what? That's what happens. The Bears are always going to Chicago Bears football themselves, and they find ways to lose. They don't find ways to capitalize off opportunities that, hey, they present for themselves, and they make things, like I said, infinitely 10 times harder on themselves. Every fucking year. Every single year. Which, again, makes me question the fact that why am I a Chicago Bears fan? Every single day. Now, the good thing is, now that I realize the Bears are awful and fucking atrocious, I don't have to waste my freaking time with the Chicago Bears anymore this year. But I'm still going to watch games. I'm still going to give recaps, especially my uncle. But hey, at the end of the day, you know when you're a bad team, and the Bears are a bad football team. Ryan Poles, you need to get to work. You need to get to work. And like I said, guys like Dante Pettis, Emar Smith-Marset, those motherfuckers can get the asses out of the Hillis Hall. They can get cut for all I care. I don't care. I don't advocate for people losing their damn jobs, but they can get the fuck out of here. They clearly can't handle the fucking moment. They can't. But see, that's the fucking problem. You have these guys who are scrubs, but who the hell is you going to go to in the free agent market? So you're kind of stuck with what you're at right now. But even then, you still can make the exception. Cut Emar Smith-Marset. N'Keal Harry's going to be coming back next week. So, yeah. Pretty much, that's all I said. That's all I got to say. So, whatever. Like I said earlier, the reason why this loss still freaking pisses me off. Everything. But the reason why I'm not ultimately like that super pissed off is because, hey, I coached a high school football game today, and we ended up winning our first game in league. So I'm honestly happy that, hey, we freaking won. So I'm good with that. I'm absolutely good with that. So honestly, that makes my day a lot more bearable. Also, the good thing is I don't have to watch the Bears on Sunday, so I can watch an entire good day of Sunday football. But like I said, we got to gear up for 10 days because then we're going to be on national TV for the last time, thank God, against the New England Patriots, where we're probably going to get our asses whooped. So, yeah, reality. See, losses to the Commanders like this and the way we lost, it's now setting in the reality now that, oh, yeah, we're a bad fucking football team. We are a bad football team, and we do not have personnel that is good. And unless Ryan Poles really don't like Fields and he goes to draft a quarterback on his choosing, well, then shit. Yeah. But then again, even if we do take a quarterback in the draft, I still question the idea. Then what the fuck are you going to do with him? Are you going to give him weapons? Are you going to give him an offensive line? Because I still fail for Ryan Poles to do that. And I still need Ryan Poles to answer the damn questions. When are you going to get a wide receiver that is actually a legit dude? When are you going to get an offensive line that is actually worth a damn? That's not having your quarterback take freaking hits. That's the questions that he needs to ask. And like I said, I hope he spends the damn bank. Otherwise, I really am going to question his talents as a GM, which then makes me question what the hell the McCaskies were ultimately doing. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Poles is building the team in his own image, and we have to sit there and just take it. So, whatever. Anyways, guys, I'm going to catch you guys next week for, well, actually, yeah. No, next Monday night. I'll see if I can get a predictions video for this upcoming week of NFL football. Like I said, my uncle's not going to be able to do anything football related, but we'll see. I'll have to get in touch with him, but whatever. Anyways, guys, Bears fall to the Commanders in embarrassing fashion. Well, I wouldn't say embarrassing, in typical fashion. That is Chicago Bears football. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm the guy here. Guys, if you liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Camper 15 Talk Sports content on the channel. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, so whatever. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to probably watch some anime or probably play some games. I don't know. All I'm going to know is I'm going to enjoy my high school football win. And the Bears, well, that's another fucking story for another day. Till then, guys, peace.